Hello and a really warm welcome to this brand new episode of the Money Mindset and Miracles podcast for female entrepreneurs who are looking to scale their business to consistent months of 5k. This is Rachel Smith, your host. Today I'm going to be talking about a decision that changes everything in business. Let's get into this and let's talk about why making this decision is important for you as a business owner. So for a long time now, I've set the intention that I was going to go on a ski holiday with my family. Then COVID hit and skiing for a little while was taken off the table. Then back in February this year, actually whilst I had COVID, my sister invited my family to join her and her family on a ski holiday in April, which was about 8 weeks away. My internal saboteur started to hit immediately. I was convinced it wasn't the right time. I wasn't ready. It was also really close to my son's mock exams. And really deep down, there was part of me that was questioning if people like me really went skiing. Thankfully, it only took me a few days to work through those reasons and to recognise them for exactly what they were, which was all about keeping me safe, keeping everything as it was. And there was a real fear as well about investing a large sum of money into something that I had no idea if I would enjoy it. I worked through all of that and I said yes. I had actually learned to ski on our local dry ski slope. I'd had about 6 group lessons and then a couple of visits where I could just use a ski pass, which really means that you can just go up and down without an instructor. I had the basics, but I also had the fear around skiing. I had a real fear of heights, I had a fear of falling. I also had a very massive fear of getting it wrong or not getting it at all. There is a saying, isn't there, that you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and it kind of felt like that for me. Anyhow, I knew all this before I went on the holiday, so like a good beginner skier, I booked some private lessons for myself and the children for the first 3 days of our holidays. Let's fast forward to April and our first day on the slopes. It was a beautiful day. It was sunny, it was early morning, it was quiet. And whilst we were waiting for the instructor, I was really happy whizzing up and down the nursery slope, jumping on the travelator, which the average age of anybody using the travelator is around probably 5. But I was like, oh, this is fun, I can do this. Then the instructor turned up and took me and my little gang of beginner children off to the big slope. And this is when reality set in. It was really icy on those slopes because a little bit higher up, and it was a lot higher than anything I'd previously skied down before. And even though I tried to relax everything about me, my head, my heart and my body, I could just feel everything tightening up. I was terrified. Now, you could see that everybody was on a journey when it came to skiing. And on that first day, as I slogged my way back up to the top of the mountain, to be stood on it and to be peering down it, my instructor imparted some advice that deeply resonated with me. And as he was observing my tightness everywhere, he turned to me and he said, Rachel, you need to learn to live a little. So over the next few days, I really kind of chewed this over. And I could see everything that I desired, which was to be able to ski down the mountain with confidence and not to break anything or anyone. I knew that I wanted to enjoy this holiday and I wasn't ready to give up the idea of skiing, one that I'd been holding on to for so many years. I knew that I wanted to bring the children on future ski holidays and I didn't want to be the reason why that wasn't going to happen. I wanted to feel confident, sure and capable. And I also understood that everything I wanted was on the other side of my fear. Now, my fear was real. I've always had a massive fear of this type of activity. But I also understood something really important, and that is I didn't want to live a little. I knew I wanted to live a lot. My fear was keeping me small and scared, My fear was also stopping me from growing, and my fear in that moment was already having a negative impact on my future, on the choices that I would be able to make about my future. So I did the one thing that I could do, and I made a decision. And that decision was to actually live a lot in life and in business. And then I worked on overcoming my fear and my limiting beliefs that I had about skiing. By the end of the third day, I'd skied down my longest run and I'd skied part of a red run. Now, I'm not going to say that that was altogether successful, but I did it. By the fourth day, I was not just skiing consistently on blues, but I was also starting to enjoy it. Even when things went wrong, it was a case of learning from it, picking myself up and working through it. Thankfully, I continued to ski throughout the rest of the holiday. I wasn't perfect, but I skied. And this vision that I'd been holding on to for so many years of seeing myself skiing on the mountains with the snow and the sun and skiing with the children and seeing how they've progressed and the fun that we could have, that became my reality really, really quickly, all because of that decision that I was prepared to live a lot and I was prepared to do what it took, overcoming fear, to make it happen. And so much of this story about my ski journey can be related back to business and success. And when my business was not making a profit and it felt like hard work every day, that was the first time I made the decision that I wanted to live a lot and that I was actually all in to making my business a success, and I was prepared to overcome those things that I found challenging, those things that I had a fear around, in order to make my business a success. And from this point on, my business changed forever. And the truth is, if you are not willing or even prepared to move through your fear, you will not succeed in growing your business and tapping into your true potential. So if you're fearful about charging your true worth or launching new offers, asking for the sale, or even changing strategy in your business, or maybe working with different clients or at a different price point, you will continue to play at your current level of success and revenue. You have to embrace the fear and do it anyway. And if you're like, yep, this is resonating with me, there's definitely things that I'm holding back on, I've got a brilliant resource that's going to help you to overcome the fear and do it anyway. Because even on that mountain, yes, it was the decision that propelled me forward, but I then used resources that I had access to help me overcome the fear and the limiting beliefs that I had around skiing. So if you want a brilliant resource that's going to help you to embrace the fear and do it anyway, I have a powerful hypnosis track that you can download for free, and it's going to support you to open yourself up for more wealth and abundance. So just check out the show notes and make sure that you download that at the end of this podcast. Before you decide to embrace the fear, there is one step that you need to take before you do that. And that is about making a decision. And that decision is as simple as the decision that I had on the side of that mountain. Are you choosing to live a little or to live a lot? And what does that look like for you in your business and your life? And I really want to encourage you to press pause now and just write it down. So the really simple steps are: decide. Be unapologetic about what you are actually making yourself available for, and then get started with mapping out exactly how you are going to make this happen. And believe me, if I can move from feeling terrified to happily skiing down mountains in 4 days, you can also create quantum leaps in your business and success. So until next time, keep choosing to live a lot. Bye for now.